We have lost contact with North...
How long?
You-
Fight thunder. It took a while, but finally we've received the attack order. We must reduce damage as much as possible. Good luck,
I'm forwarding you the information. Please confirm before beginning your mission. Do you hear me, Raiden? We're still surveying the enemies, so please head straight to the scene.
There doesn't appear to be many enemies coming to the suburbs, but you can't be negligent. Remember, shoot them before they shoot you. Max speaking. I think that you're aware of it, but it's the first time to witness contamination of this level with these kinds of massive weapons. Don't know what will happen, so be careful.
I'm sending you the information on the enemy. No contaminations from surface weapons have been confirmed in the area. This will be aerial combat, so please act as such. The 18th Mechanized Infantry are engaged in blocking the advancement of the enemy ships into metropolitan areas. It is unclear how long we can maintain the front line, so please hurry to the area. The speed of enemy destruction is perfect. Neither the plane nor the pilot has been damaged from the combat. We will be entering the metropolitan area very soon. The enemy in that area are being mocked up by the 2nd and 4th Panzer Divisions. Please quickly pass through and aim for the target point.
Hold on. This is too much for the defense corps to handle on their own. Descend and pursue the destruction of the target.
Captain, is that really necessary? The citizens have all been evacuated, and most of the enemy weapons have been destroyed.
That may be so, but I'm sure the retreating people can do it calmly. It won't hurt to help out a little.
I'm getting a response by radar. Numerous enemies crossed the defense lines and invaded the metropolitan area.
You heard it. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to respond appropriately on site.
I'm getting a response on my radar. Numerous enemies have crossed the defense lines and invaded the metropolitan area. Enemy aircraft is flying between skyscrapers. Please be careful.
Be careful, you said. Do you have any better advice for me?
I believe it's the captain's role to give advice. Don't you have any advice for me?
Make sure you don't hit a building.
Enemy flight battleships are approaching. Good luck. There are vessels leaving from the ship. checked that the enemy had suspended action following.
That something so huge is being attacked. But I gotta say, the mission was well accomplished.
Excellent job. I will...
Well, I'd like to relax over a coffee now, but it seems that's not possible. What's the report, Ashiria?
We have received contact from the Middle East range. It appears to be a high crystal response within the vicinity of latitude 18 degrees north and longitude 42 degrees east. It seems to have the same energy response as the previous flight that was shown.
In other words, there's been another annoying contamination. Unfortunately, you'll have to refuse the invitation to tonight's party.
There's a town around the oasis ahead of us, but it appears that there has been much weapon response and it's been completely subdued.
The attacks seem perfectly efficient. Can it be there's some sort of unified strategy?
There are no SOS calls from the town. Was everyone able to evacuate?
All I know is that I have permission to attack them without hesitation.
Why are you always so passive? Is that because you're no?
No, I'm not sure myself. What do you think, Ashiria? You're a military woman, right?
You're so mean. Your destruction rate is pretty low. Captain, you weren't very efficient out there. I'm sure there's no problem with the plane. Raid the valley and proceed without going over the cliff. Why have you chosen to raid them as a first?
I won't jump to conclusions yet, but I sense that those crystals have advanced intelligence.
Intelligence? No way! Even if they had any, it could only be simple behavioral patterns like that of insects.
Can't rely on the words of scholars. Let's just be cautious for now.
Enemy response eliminated. Please maintain your command.
The enemies will start gathering soon. Gotta rush through.
Bellwether will head later. Exercise caution because I can't. Successful entry into the ruins. The writing seems to have been shelled, so brace yourself. The data analysis from writing is complete. What? What are these numbers?
Hurry up and report.
There's crystal reaction from the cave, but no contamination has been detected from other than the weapons.
So it's a cave surrounded by crystals. Isn't that a promising day for the future? Man, give me a break.
But to have contamination in the cave? Isn't it?
I guess the cave's being a bit shy.
high energy response. It's deep inside.
Well, we'll have to ask it to come out and collect it.
The enemy is transforming and the energy level is increasing. Please be faster, people. Enemy deactivated. Watch out for explosions. I found a path to exit out into the sky. Please make a vertical ascent and evacuate at once.
Excavating crystals. I think we... Sorry for keeping you waiting. I'm heading towards the Wind's shipping port. It's a private port, and it also actually carries out repairs and maintenance for VCD.
Bellwether will head there immediately, but please patrol and secure the surrounding airspace before heading towards the scene. Transmission has come in from the council. I'm connecting them.
It's been a long time, Captain Maxwell. Why is Bellwether heading toward Windsport?
Ah, Miss Helga Lindbergh. Pleasure to hear from a woman who must be so busy working for the council.
Thanks for being so considerate. Although I'd be even happier if you didn't increase my workload. Why did you change the course at Bellwether? I'd also like an explanation for the SOS call to the port in the name of BCD.
Well, that's...
Captain, I've confirmed multiple contaminated weapons here at Winsport. What happened next?
not good. Quickly mop up the port enemies, Ray. Yes,
Yes, do tell me all about it when you have time later.
Captain, you issued an SOS call to the port. Did you know that the enemy...
I came up with a hypothesis while retrieving the crystals in the cave, so I made the call just in case.
The port enemy has nearly annihilated. We will continue with their duty, so please make sure to see. Your vital meter is decreasing. Almost done, so please stay focused till the end. Emergency contact from the Show Port Defense Base. It's undergoing a massive attack of contaminated weapons. We're receiving requests for urgent relief.
I knew they'd be appearing there too. Well, we can tap the crystals in the tree. Did you Hear that, Raiden? Fly northwest from there and you'll arrive in no time. Hurry! We're heading there too.
Seems like you've missed quite a lot of enemies. I know you're tired from all the fighting, but please hurry ahead to Michelle Port. Captain, you mentioned that you knew they'd appear.
Yeah. My hypothesis was unfortunately correct. I thought these crystals might be advanced life forms that could mutually communicate.
They look like jewels, but are actually intellectual.
You see, they were obviously mining those crystals in that cave for a certain reason. I assumed that by us taking away their crystals, they'd come back for revenge.
Well then, why don't you report to the Weapons Development Division and the Council and ask for an analysis?
It'll be years of meeting when you ask for help from scientists and politicians. Showing them the results is the quickest way.
Excuse me, but that remark is one that ignores civilian control. Your remark and conduct are worthy of a military tribunal.
Well, in that case, tell them you were forced by the captain.
I'm getting a high energy response. The contaminated weapons below. It's coming out from the water. Its arms are opening out. I can't believe this transformation. The enemy is transforming into a walking figure.
I've never heard of weapons before. Did they actually innovate the weapons they took? Well, anyways, I'm glad we've won. We can't leave the crystals like this. We better head to the French LHC or else we'll be chased forever.
You hear me, Raiden? We're being forced by the captain to head towards France after withdrawing.
We don't want to stand out too much on this mission, so we'll fly close above the sea and the ground until we get close to the LHC.
I'm getting responses to contaminated weapons in the Grand Airway. Raiden, I need you to proceed and destroy them. We're getting close to Sidonia Falls. Blend into the waterfall on the side. I'm sorry for ruining your coffee time, Captain, but there is a transmission.
Oh? Madam Lindworm from the Council? Surprised you've already caught on.
It's not the Council. It's from the weapons division. I will connect you.
It's Lieutenant Captain. Did you forget that we're at war while you're carefree with the coffee? How about paying attention to your role as the captain of Bellwether, a cutting-edge aircraft carrier?
I apologize for worrying. Bellwether of the Weapons Development Division performs wonderfully. It would really be helpful if you could improve the feel of the seat and coffee maker as well.
go on a walk with these precious aircraft carrier.
I'm not obliged to inform you, technical officer.
You think I'm some kind of normal technical officer? Without me, Raiden and Bellwether wouldn't be around. This whole war with the crystals depends on me. I guess it's difficult for someone like you who judges people on ranks to understand.
Oh, I apologize. The transmissions will be temporarily shut off since the ship will be entering a pneumatic storm. I will contact you when I am close.
Lieutenant Campbell of the Weapons Development. I knew the name, but didn't know how annoying it would be.
The enemy destruction speed is slow. Please be cautious in combat. We will be approaching the LAT facility very soon. I'm getting a contamination response on my radar. Captain, multiple contaminated weapons are invading the LAT facility.
Was it drawn to our crystals? How did they get here before we did?
No time. Respond to the enemy in the air, Bellwether. Annihilate the enemies that have invaded the LHC facility, right?
They've made quite an invasion, and they've done it in an organized formation. They have a commanding officer or something?
A commander among the crystals? It's pretty hard to believe.
I was speaking hypothetically, but there's no doubt that there must be some core that's giving orders.
More enemies are approaching the facility.
Divided. Protect the central facility. So, we're occupied here. Clean them out? Sorry for being a bad boss, but I need you to help us take out the remaining enemies in the sky.
You've let too many enemies escape. I know it's a tough mission, but please hang in there. Now help us out in the sky.
Endless attack. They just keep appearing. Could it be that they understand war strategies?
A high energy response is approaching the sky above the facility.
This one there.
Don't let it near the LHC facility.
The enemy has a rocket in the sky above the LHC. Please don't let them invade any further. Side parts have separated and fallen. Captain, the enemy has invaded into the LHC facility.
Right. Pursue it and destroy it by any necessary means.
That was close, but you were able to finish it without destroying the LHC facility.
Captain, emergency contact from the deck. A surveillance plane is on the floor sorting. Message from the second storage room. The crystals were snatched by somebody.
One problem after.
The surveillance plane that stole crystals just now is heading towards the northeastern sea.
The objective is unclear, but recovery is top priority, so hurry and pursue it. Nothing will come by carrying away the crystals. It must have been planned since they penetrated the bellwether and carried them away, right?
A transmission from an unregistered identification code. Captain, how should I proceed?
You were cut into the VCB military line, so it may not be unrelated to this matter, you know? Why don't you connect to them?
I am honored that the trump card of mankind has chased us this far. This is Valverosa Hawkeye. You've heard of him.
VH? The pirate Barbarossa was the one who stole the crystals.
I heard that attacking the army was a hobby of yours, but I never knew you were a thief. Are you having trouble making a living?
An incompetent master who can't even take care of contaminated weapons is gonna treat me like a thief? Just remember that I'm getting paid a ton to avoid that fella.
Oh. You get money for those crystals.
You way too much information. You sound pretty innocent, but I guess I shouldn't underestimate you. I'm in a contract and can't say much, so let's just put it this way. The more disputes, the merrier.
What's this? You're involved in crystals? You've been attacking the army for the last few years, but now you're looting crystals?
I don't know. I don't understand what a pirate would be thinking. It appears that there's something behind it.
We are in the optimal state for eliminating the enemy. Please keep it up. Another external transmission at this time? Captain, it's from the Weapons Development Division.
It appears that the crystals have been taken by someone. This is an inexcusable mistake, Captain. You have sharp ears as usual. We are doing
doing all we can to recover them. They're hard to regain. We're considering seeking the theme crystals deep in the sea.
Sink? There's no way that can be allowed. Those are valuable. Well, more importantly, Bellwether's mission is not to play tag with bandits. We should leave the recovery mission to other squadrons and prepare for battle with contaminated weapons.
Unfortunately, we don't turn the other cheek. So don't listen to the rumors, Captain, and please return to your important research tasks. The people doing the desk work are so carefree. No room about it.
Childish of you to use fighting thunder on a pirate.
We public officials are gentle on citizens, but it's the VCD's policy to be tough on those who fail to pay their taxes.
I'm also nice to citizens, but hate soldiers. I'm seriously battle now. VH wouldn't be famous if it ended with this.
It is being bombed, is that alright? Riding will be in danger too if you overlook pirates.
Alright, we're ready. Be it the cherished treasure of mankind or whatever. You come at me, and I am. Sorry, but we're going to destroy you.
It's like the strength of an army. The army won't be able to handle the siege.
This isn't the time to be moved. It's not the contaminated weapons, but we also have to be seriously engaged. I'm sure you understand. Don't be careless.
Why is it being contaminated by the crystals?
A high-energy crystal response from the enemy hatch. Stolen crystals are mutating into the contaminated state. The crystals are absorbing the power of the hatch. The potential of super high-power weapons is high. Exercise caution. Enemy formation is secured. The energy level is increasing.
Sorry, but it's not over. There's still something else coming up. Said he wouldn't contaminate, but look at this! I suspected something the moment I heard that obnoxious name shift.
The enemy battleship and gigantic weapons have been completely...
You know, I would like to talk to you about various things. So can you come to our ship, Sir Valderos?
You'll abide by the proper...
Titan, can you hear me? We shall commence the attack on the enemy facility based on the information we got from DH.
A facility that was supposed to have closed by the Weapons Development Division. This has become ever since.
Look, I've told you many times that I was only hired and don't know the details. But I did do my research on the thing, because stuff like that is important. Right.
But I can't believe that it's a weapons development facility that was supposed to be shut down.
There's no time to think. It seems they're ready for battle.
The destruction speed is poor. There's nothing wrong with the measuring instruments, so just go full force without worrying about anything. An incoming transmission from inside the enemy facility.
What is it? There are no contaminated weapons around this area.
Why are you here, Lieutenant?
What are you doing in a facility that should have been torn down? This is different from the official record, isn't it?
It was necessary to avoid the eyes of the idiots in the council. They're a bunch of imbeciles who don't understand the importance of your crystal energy research.
I see. So you are breaking the Montevideo Agreement, right?
That agreement is ridiculous. The weapons division has actually already been successful. What do you think provides the energy for fighting Thunder and Bellwether?
That's an intriguing remark.
We needed to bring our knowledge to the Council for the future of mankind. SHIP is an organization formed by scientists for the same purpose. You guys on the front lines know well what it would be like if Raiden weren't here during the battle with the crystals, right?
It would have been tough for sure. The pirate ship hired by the captain has also been contaminated. Crystals aren't something we humans can choose like. They're too dangerous.
I thought that the armies would be more useful if you're being crashed as I imagined. What are you trying to do? Do you realize that you're closing the doors of the future of mankind?
That's correct. The danger level from contaminated weapons is something that we know best since we're on the front line. If there's something you want to say to the captain, speak it in public.
Stupid commoners who don't understand the righteousness of shift!
Are you letting the enemy's flee? Timeless leads to defeat on the battle.
There are many things created to the path of a facility of this kind to store and transport machinery and finished weapons. You escape from them.
Raiden, can you hear me? I'll send you the escape routes from within the facility. It's just that the analysis is outdated, so please ascertain your on-site routes in accordance with the situation. Not everything that Lieutenant Campbell has said can be wrong, so it's complicated.
Let's prioritize the performance of duty now, rather than being frustrated.
Raiden is currently entering the underground cargo transport lot in the city.
You should be able to leave if you advance that way. Continue calmly.
Guys will be escaping from the cargo route. We have the opportunity, so we might as well use the capabilities of the latest weapons we developed.
Be careful, Ryder. Lieutenant Campbell does have first-tier ability as a scientist.
It appears that he has a gigantic armor. Please exercise caution. Bird plane? This is tough. The number has increased.
It appears that the number has increased, but you need to calm down.
All the weapons have been destroyed. It was definitely wrong.
This is an internal squabble, and I'd like to make it the last one at that.
What will happen to Captain Campbell?
That's something for the Council to judge. Let's just focus on the battle that awaits us.
We have entered Arduena Silva Esplanade. We will head toward the Estranged Space Center after passing through the forest.
Go ahead, Ryder. Watch out for contaminated weapons.
You seem to have safely entered the forest.
I know that it's a secret mission. Can you tell me the target already? I'm just not used to carrying out a mission without knowing what the target is.
All right. I told you that we were able to retrieve a lot of information from the ship facility that you guys destroyed, right? Well, it seems that any information stored on an individual crystal gets collectively shared by all the other crystals. Is that really possible? I've heard that even among terrestrial life forms, an individual learns a new way to hunt. The same method of hunting was suddenly acquired by other individuals all around the world. This may be like the collective unconscious that Young talked about.
It's hard for me to understand the little things. So can you explain it more in layman's terms?
Simply said, the information that comes into contact with crystals is being leaked to all the contaminated weapons.
I see. So that making it as unclear as possible is where they're heading.
That's correct.
Remember, the crystals will share any information among each other, so you can't let them escape. You've got to do better.
Alright. Can you possibly tell us the reason for aiming for the X-Range space station?
Well, I'm sorry about this sudden topic, but we'll have to go to outer space.
I see. Excuse me, what did you just say?
I will officially relay the Council mission. Both Bellwether and Fighting Thunder will head toward the planet where the crystals exist and destroy the source of the crystals flying into the Earth. That's it.
Are we heading towards the planet? What is that utterly reckless strategy?
Don't worry. Bellwether and Raiden were both created to be active in outer space. You learned that during the training, right?
That's not the problem. The sudden mission?
This is the official mission to us from the Council, right?
Yes. I'm sorry, Max, about asking you to do this reckless mission. It is the kind of resignation that I despise.
That's alright. We are soldiers. You tell us to go somewhere, and whether it is the end of the universe or otherwise, we will accomplish our mission.
Thanks, Max.
First booster has detached, switching to the second booster. We are approaching the acceleration limit momentarily. Please hurry back to Bellwether, Raiden. There's no time. Hurry, Raiden. Break away in 3, 2, 1. I know it's a breakaway mission, but I would have liked it if you had destroyed it a little quicker. I'm calculating the coordinates. Since it was a breakaway to avoid the enemy attack, it seemed to drifted quite far from the island.
What can we do? Head toward the destination point while watching out for the cosmic garbage?
Why do they need weapons in this area?
The equipment for removing the cosmic garbage appears to have been contaminated by the crystals. Before we could realize it, the contamination had spread outside of the
I realize that it's really tough with the contaminated weapons, but there's not much time until the warp device will be activated. Please hurry toward the destination.
Is the warp device the Alcubierre drive that was successfully experimented with around 3 years ago, right? It creates space-time foam based on the contraction and extension of space.
The device will be used on the enemy planet. Hurry up, we can't be late.
Numerous contamination responses have been detected among the debris of the colony. Please be careful. We are leaving from the colony area and will be arriving at the destination shortly. The contaminated weapons respawn from 9 o'clock. Wait, that's way too big.
I know this one. It's Angle, the space debris retrieval colony. This has been completed.
It's so large, we can't tell, but it appears we haven't crossed.
Stand firm to the end, right? Got it?
The contamination response has disappeared. Target is destroyed.
Gosh. We can say we are fortunate and that they have been destroyed before they would attack the Earth.
Raiden and Bellwether are heading toward the destination point.
We will somehow be able to make it according to schedule. I think there's something.
Bellwether has returned to cruising speed. Raiden fighters have been deployed.
So it begins. If we lose this battle, we lose all of VCD's main force. Even if that were not the case, if all the crystals lying dormant simultaneously.
We begin a descent onto the mother planet. Numerous contaminated weapons confirmed in satellite images.
As expected. However, no time to make a detour. We must wipe out any enemy forces that obscure our path as we descend. What an advanced civilization. But could it be that it's the planet itself that is contaminated? This must mean that what we had thought was their mother planet was in fact an already contaminated planet.
Is this the future of Earth? Is life on this planet?
We're here to prevent that from happening. Destroy the enemy.
Yes, sir. Wait, what is this? There's something odd. It appears to be a planet which once esteemed life, but the atmosphere seems to consist almost completely of carbon dioxide with some nitrogen.
Do you really think this is the appropriate time for a science class?
My apologies, but I feel as if I've seen this atmospheric composition ratio somewhere. Captain, I'm reading an ultra-high energy signal deep beneath the surface. It's unlike anything we've come across before. There's a high probability that this is...
There must be a path. Extend the range of our radar and search the surface for leaking energy.
Understood. In the area ahead, there is a position of energy leaking from underground. I will deploy all Raiden fighters to that location.
Well done. You hear that, right? Looks like we'll have to head underground and destroy them directly. Set course to the objective point immediately.
Raiden has been successful in clearing it.
All right. The rest of the Raiden fighters and the Bellwether will support from the air. You will be disadvantageous if I set them to gather around the bellwether and lend each other support.
CO2 at 95.32%, N2 at 2.7%, argon at 1.6%, oxygen at 0.13%.
Syria, focus on the battle right now. You can investigate the atmospheric composition of the toxic tent.
Yes, I'm sorry. But I've had combinations in it before. Can you calculate our chances of penetrating others? Your enemy distraction rate is amazing. A brilliant military achievement for a final battle.
Are they in?
Affirmative. Raiden has reached the gate.
Glad there is. Remember, folks, we're here to fight, not to get ourselves killed.
Well, it's one thing that civilization is progressive, but all these machines need to be the same. Personally, I need to leave the ocean.
Remember now, Captain. CO2 at 95.32%, N2 at 2.7%, argon at 1.6%, oxygen at 0.13%. It's Mark! This atmospheric composition is exactly the same as Mark!
The same as Mars. Is that so? Although I fail to see exactly how that is important.
There is water on Earth and none on Mars. That is said to be the reason why there's only life on Earth. But apparently there was water underneath Mars' surface. Why then is there no life on Mars?
Who knows? I'm not a scientist, so I haven't got a clue.
What if there was first water and then life?
If for some reason life disappeared, the water disappeared and the oxygen disappeared from the atmosphere, are you saying that was caused by the crystals?
I thought it was odd when we first came to this planet. Regardless of the contamination caused by the crystals, in order to destroy all life form on the planet, it took 2 rooms of it.
I see. So what you're suggesting is that the crystals buried on Earth were not meant to contaminate the heavens, but were buried to change the atmosphere itself. So you mean they want to change the planet itself?
But what would be the crystal's motive for doing that? You mean to say they aren't trying to invade Earth?
What an impressive response speed for a first-time battle in outer space. This is a battle worthy of a I understand you're nervous, but your response speed is lagging behind. Try a little harder.
Assyria, can you analyze the ingredients of the crystals around Rhine?
I'll try. The crystals here are made mostly out of hydrogen and oxygen. In other words, they're close to condensed water.
So what's being made here is different from the contaminated crystals after all.
If water is present, then more than half of the CO2 in the atmosphere will dissolve into water. There is a chance that the same thing that happened in the early stages of Earth to create the ocean will take place.
So, after turning the entire planet into an uninhabitable planet like Mars, in time, they can transform it back into a planet where life can live.
Seriously? So the crystals are trying to reset the planet?
It looks like this is more than a simple matter of a space invasion by an extraterrestrial life.
We
wind of beings who act on a scale like this? These are beings who control planets.
That doesn't mean we can just give up. Besides, I've already planned my schedule for my vacation.
You're right. It's not good to analyze things more than it's necessary. We're military. All we're required to do is do our best to complete our mission.
Well, that's a whole different direction to take things. A far outcry from our scientific conception.
Are they the same civilization or different civilizations? Although I'm not entirely sure they even have a concept of civilization.
Captain, the magnetic field surrounding Raiden is turning into something like a storm. With this radar, communication will be severed.
Right. Hero? Spawn. What's going on?
We've lost communication. However, vitals still remain, so it is likely that it's still... What exactly are the questions?
Consider cheap answers, like them being the wake-up call or revenge upon mankind.
Not exactly ready to stop eating, drinking, and being married anytime soon. There's no way I'm not returning to Earth and seeing Big Blue see it.
There's nothing we can do now. We just have to pray that Raiden returns to his ways.
Raiden, I don't know if you can hear me. Get back here.
surrounding energy signals have all stopped. All enemies who had been engaged.
How much longer? Yeah. No. Then the planet we're seeing.